today's lesson will work on our upper intermediate course, and here Unit 1, Part 2, 1.2. The ladder is dead. Long live the ladder. Our goals here are talk about written communication, use present perfect tenses, vocabulary and speaking, and we'll learn new words regarding written communication. Exercise 1. With a partner, divide the words in the box into groups 1 to 3, and here groups are electronic communication, paper communication, and both. Pause the video, do this exercise in a written form. And now, if you have finished, let's check the answers together. First, electronic communication. They are copy somebody into, delete, emoticon, inbox, instant texting. And 2, paper communication. Cross out, handwriting, handwritten, in tray, postage stamp, stationery. And both, it is confidential and punctuation. Exercise 2A. Complete each question with a word or phrase from exercise 1. Pause the video, fill these gaps on your own. And now, if you have finished, let's check the answers together. 1. When did you last send or receive a handwritten confidential letter? 2. Have you ever accidentally sent a confidential email or text to the wrong person? 3. Do you know the cost of a postage stamp? 4. Which emoticons do you use most often? 5. How neat is your handwriting? 6. Which do you do more, instant messaging or email, and why? Exercise 2B. Ask and answer the questions with a partner. Pause video and give the written answer for these questions. And now, if you have finished, let's look at the possible answers. Well, I last sent a letter a month ago to my friends, and I haven't accidentally sent an email or the text to the wrong person. Maybe it happened. I don't know the cost of postage stamps. Maybe it's just 1,000 zooms or 5,000 zooms. It's not like clear because no one uses postage stamp anymore. Grammar and reading. Present perfect simple and continuous. Exercise 3. Read the article and reader's comments and put the phrases in 1 to 5 in gaps A to E. And now, if you have finished, let's look at the answers. A is 2, with the speed and efficiency of digital media. B is 3, there is pressure to respond instantly. C is 5, written by older generations. D is 1, send something by post every day. And E is 4, life's too short. Exercise 4, read the article again and answer the questions. And now, if you have finished, let's look at the possible answers. 1. What are the writer's 3 main arguments in defense of the handwritten letter? Well, we write letters in a more thoughtful way than emails and texts. More concentration goes into the written process. Receiving handwritten letters is a great pleasure. Letters are kept for longer and can provide a record of our past for future generations. 2. What evidence is given of a renewed interest in letter writing? There has been an increase in stationery sales. There are several internet campaigns which encourage letter writing. 3. What advantages of electronic communication are mentioned in the reader's comments? Well, they are, with electronic communication, people write more than they did before, so this should have a positive effect on writing skills. Electronic communication is quicker. Electronic communication is good for people with bad handwriting. Exercise 5. What are your views about letter writing? Discuss with a partner. Pause the video, answer these questions in a written form. And now, if you have finished, let's look at the answers. Well, I don't encourage letter writing. I don't take the side of letter writing because it's just a waste of time. Why just waste time taking the paper, writing a letter, and just sticking postage stamp, just giving it to post office? If you just can instantly send any message to anyone anywhere in the world, so it's just a waste of time. It's just a romance state with pastimes, and I just think it's just a total nonsense to write letters. Exercise 6. Read the grammar focus box and match rules A to D to the phrases in blue in the article, your comments column. Some phrases relate to more than one rule. Grammar focus. Present perfect, simple, and continuous. We use the present perfect to talk about something that started in the past is continuing now, or repeated up to now, when how long is mentioned in the sentence, or when how long is clear from the situation. And in a situation, we can often use either present perfect simple or the present perfect continuous when we use since or for to talk about actions that are still going on. And here example is he has worked or he has been working at the post office since 1987. And here the answers are 1 and 7. B. We usually use the present perfect continuous for actions continuing or repeated for a short time up to the present. For example, with phrases like all day or recently. And here example is you have been working on that letter all morning. Isn't it good enough now? Its example is B2. C. We usually use the present perfect simple to talk about states rather than actions with verbs like be, have, and know. And here example is writing has been much easier since spell checkers were invented. And answers are 5 and 7. And D. We use the present perfect simple to talk about something that happened once or more than once at an unspecified time in the past when there is a link to the present. Here examples are researchers have found that texting can improve children's spelling, and the answers are 3, 4, and 5 and 6. Exercise 7a. Complete the article with the present perfect simple or continuous form of the verbs in brackets. Sometimes both forms may be possible. Pause the video and fill the gaps on your own in a written form. Now, if you have pens, let's look at the answers. Letters of note. Sean Usher is a blogger who since 2009 has collected or has been collecting letters written by famous people from the 14th century to the present day. He has posted or he has been posting them on his website, which has become extremely popular around the world. He has got together a total of 900 letters, including letters by Leonardo da Vinci, Frida Kahlo, and Alfred Nobel. He has just released the letters in a book called Letters of Note. Usher has recently started a new project. He has been gathering lists written by famous people, and so far he has obtained 125 lists, including lists by Marilyn Monroe and Mahatma Gandhi. This will soon be published as a book, Lists of Note. Exercise 7b. With a partner, match answers 1 to 8 in exercise 7a to rules A to D in grammar focus box. And now if you have finished, let's look at the answers. 1 and 2 are A, 3 to 6 are D, 7B, and 8D. Pronunciation. Auxiliary verbs have and been. Exercise 8a. Listen to the sentences and questions. How do we pronounce have and been?
Audio 1.2.
I've been working very hard lately. Have you been waiting long? How long have you been here?
And as you see here, I've been working very hard lately. Have you been waiting long? How long have you been here? Exercise 8b. Listen and write the questions you hear.
Audio 1.3. 1. Have you been practicing your English much this week? Have you been practicing your English much this week? 2.
Have you been having a good day? Have you been having a good day?
3. Have you been watching any good TV programs recently? Have you been watching any good TV programs recently? 4.
Have you been spending much time outdoors lately? Have you been spending much time outdoors lately?
5. Have you been going out much in the evenings? Have you been going out much in the evenings?
Exercise 8C. Work with a partner. Ask and answer the questions in exercise 8B. And now, if you have finished, let's look at the answers. Have you been practicing your English much this week? Well, I haven't been practicing English much this week because I have had other projects running and I have to work on them too. 2. Have you been having a good day? Well, it's just morning, 10 a.m. and so far it's good. I don't know what is in the list for the rest of the day. 3. Have you been watching any good TV programs recently? No, I haven't been watching for a long time because I don't have time for this. 4. Have you been spending much time outdoors lately? Well, I have been spending because I just love to get vitamin C from the sun. I just walk when I'm having lunch or dinner. And 5. Have you been going out much in the evenings? No, I haven't been going out because I have lessons, evening lessons, and right after finishing my lessons, I just go home at 11 p.m. Exercise 9. Task. You're a famous person and you're going to write a letter. Turn to page 126 for more information. That's the end of our today's lesson. See you in the next lessons.